everybody. Welcome back to the Single Mom Homestead. I'm Melissa. I've been wanting to make this video throughout the month of July, and I just haven't had time, and so I'm squeezing it in here at the end of the month. And the reason why I've wanted to do it in July is for Christmas in July, and you will understand why here in just a second as I explain. So when my husband left, I had a really hard time going in our bedroom, and for the first few days at least, if not weeks, I slept on the couch. And it got to a point that I thought I have to do something for myself in that room. And I thought, you know, what would bring me joy to go in there? What would bring me happiness and not sorrow? And my favorite holiday ever is Christmas time. I have a lot of Christmas decorations. And so I thought, you know, I am going to do something for myself, and I'm going to make me a Christmas bedroom. And that's exactly what I did. I got rid of all of our furniture. I got rid of the carpeting. I ripped it all up. I mean, I got rid of everything. And I did the room the way that I would want to do. And it no longer brings me sorrow to come in this room. It brings me happiness. And I will show you why. Welcome to my Christmas bedroom. I know it is very unconventional to have a Christmas bedroom, but I absolutely love it. And I'm going to show you each and everything in here. As you can see, I love antiques, so I was able to put a lot of them in here and make this my cozy space. So I'm sure the first thing that you noticed was this great big dollhouse at the end of my bed. And when I was a little girl, I always dreamed of having a great big dollhouse. And I found this one on Marketplace several years ago for only $100. And it does need work. But I just adore it, and I am planning to fix it up and decorate it Christmassy on the outside. And it just means a lot to me that I finally have the great big Victorian dollhouse that I always wanted as a kid. So this fireplace is not original at all to this house. I had in my mind when I started this room that I wanted a fireplace in here. And so I searched through Marketplace, and I found this really neat old surround that somebody was getting rid of from the early 1900s. It even has the cast iron grate on the front, and went and picked it up, and it just looks absolutely perfect in here. It even matches all of my antique furniture. I'm so happy with it. Yes, I do have an actual Christmas tree in my room. I leave it turned on all year long. So I also found this old cabinet on Marketplace. As you can tell, Marketplace has been my favorite place to find things. It's actually from the late 1800s. One of my favorite things I've ever found on there. This large nativity used to belong to my church, and I found the perfect spot for it. Now this old radio, I did not get it on Marketplace, but it's one of my favorite things I've ever found antique-wise. This is from an old farm. It was handmade by the farmer. The detail on it is just absolutely amazing. I have joked with my family that if there's ever a house fire, they are to grab this radio before they leave. This nativity set was given to me by a family friend, and she picked it up many, many years ago in Italy. Painting I found at Goodwill several years ago, and I've just kind of hung on to it. And once I got my bedroom done, I knew I had to hang it in here. And this dresser I picked up several years ago. It's also from the late 1800s. Another one of my favorite pieces I found. Seems like everything was so detailed back then, and I just love it. When I ripped up the carpet, I found the original hardwood floors, and they're in structurally good condition. They had a lot of staining and paint splatters and things like that from over the years, you know, people not protecting it when they remodeled and stuff. So I just went ahead and painted on these really pretty red color. I love how it turned out. This nativity light was my grandmother's. I was quite close to her, and she passed away a little over 3 years ago. And this is really special to me that I can have this in my bedroom. I hope you enjoyed this little walkthrough of my Christmas bedroom. You know, a room that once brought me sorrow now brings me comfort. I can come in here any time of the year and light a Christmas candle, turn on Christmas music, read a Christmas book, or watch a Christmas movie, and just have this calm little space to myself. And if I could give you one piece of advice, it is that you don't always have to decorate like everybody else. You can decorate for what makes you happy and what makes you feel good. And if you love Christmas as much as I do, then it's okay to have a Christmas room. Merry Christmas in July, everyone.